Another video for Men's Health Week. I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment, so bad luck. Gayle Palmer here from the Living Elements Clinic in Sidlesham. I'm the local osteopath in the area, and today's theme is about heart health and heart attacks in particular. So you are more at risk if you are a heavy drinker and if you smoke. We've all heard that before, haven't we? Does that make any difference? No, not for most people, because they like doing those other things. Dog's off. Interestingly, if you're a moderate drinker, so probably a few pints a week, you tend to live longer. But that may be due to other factors. And one of the things about heart attacks and heart health is they are very multifactorial, and they're much more related to our psychological well-being almost than what we eat and drink and how much exercise we take. So your psychology, how well you are feeling, how well you feel loved, or if you're able to give yourself self-love, makes a big difference. So if you use that information, stay in company, keep in good company, have good conversations. You don't have to know the people in order to have a great conversation each and every day. Even if you're feeling lonely, you can get onto Facebook, you can get onto all sorts of organizations and have a chat. Get in communication with people. You will feel much better. Other things that make a big difference to how you are able to deal with and feel in life: watching some comedy on the TV, steer away from those murder mysteries and the upsetting information perhaps on the news or what have you. If you know there's going to be something distressing on there, don't watch it. It does have an effect on our hearts. Feeling relaxed makes a difference. There are masses of ways that you can help yourself with this, but men are often shy about doing this. You know, going to a Pilates class or a yoga class, it's often seen as a girl thing to do, and that's not true. It gives enormous benefits to men as well, and actually when you get into the hang of it, you can be really, really good at it. So consider going to a relaxation class of some time, or doing some mindfulness training even. Fresh air. I'm out on the beach this morning. It's a really beautiful day down here. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's so warm. I'm just in a t-shirt. It's extraordinary. Get out in the mornings or any time in the day into some fresh air, do some exercise. Obviously I've got the dog and she needs exercising 2-3 times a day, so I'm out dog walking anyway, and it's a great tip. You know, having a dog, having a pet of any description, petting them, looking after them, caring for them, loving for them, increases your sense of well-being, your sense of love and trust, and that is fabulous for your heart. And those effects that you get last for hours and hours. Isn't that interesting? Having a balanced diet, absolutely crucial for heart health. Lots of fresh fruit and vegetables. The greener the better. Plenty of fresh clean water, filtered water if possible. Stay away or really reduce down the amount of red meat that you have, particularly as so much is really processed nowadays. Lots more fish, particularly oily fish, and really try to make sure you get them from reliably sourced areas. So don't get your salmon from fish farms up in Scotland or Norway or whatever. It's an incredibly polluting industry, but also the fish themselves are in not great health. So really choose where you get your sources of food from wisely. And if you aren't the provider of the food, ask your partner, who I'm sure is probably a lady, to do that for you. Really spend the money on the things that really keep you healthy and ditch the things that don't. Having a relaxed attitude. We all get upset and distressed and fed up, don't we? Whether it's with someone at work or a situation at work or something that we don't know how to do and we're a bit confronted by it. Tomorrow's another day. It probably won't make any difference by tomorrow. Take a nice deep breath, step back, get a glass of water, sit down, have a chat with someone about how you can approach it differently, and get on and do it. Procrastination also makes a huge difference to your well-being. If you're putting off stuff and you're struggling, it is difficult. So do the most difficult things that you find you have to do each day first thing in the morning. Get those done, out of the way. Tick. Then you can focus on the other things that are easier to do, and that will give you a much better sense of well-being and a relaxed attitude. And then finally, keep a healthy weight. If you're already overweight, for men, obesity is a really big problem. Women, we tend to keep our weight on our hips, on our skin tissue. For men, it goes primarily around our primary organs, our gut, our heart, our liver, our kidneys as fat deposits, and those are a huge risk factor for heart attacks. So keep your weight down. Go on a weight loss program. Really readjust what you're doing food wise. You will feel so much better. You'll have so much more energy, and it will keep you away from heart attacks and strokes as well. Now, obviously, heart attacks have a huge risk factor in families. There's a few reasons for that. There are pre-existing conditions, obviously, in families that can lead to heart problems. But one of the other biggest things that people don't think of is that we inherit, if you like, a family knowledge of what our families like to eat. So if you have a family that grows up with lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, you're going to have like fresh fruit and vegetables. If you grow up with a family that likes fish and chips and a large steak and swig it down with a load of beer, guess what you're going to be eating most? But you get to choose. You get to choose the choices that you put into your mouth. Make those choices wise choices. There are also some conditions where you end up with a lot more cholesterol, which is a not such a good fat in the blood, and that can run in families too. So you may need to take some medication in order to prevent or to reduce the high risk of high cholesterol in your blood on a regular basis. But often you can do so much with your diet and exercise that you might not even need that medication. So speak to your doctor about it, get them to keep testing you. We often take for granted the first answer, and it might not be the right one for you, okay? Get your blood pressure checked regularly. It's not a total 100% guarantee one way or the other that you'll have a heart attack, but it definitely makes a difference, and you can then monitor how your heart health is, how your circulation is doing, and that's really good advice. If you start feeling a little bit unwell, go and get your blood pressure checked. You can get it done by the nurse, you don't have to see the doctor. So I hope that those hints, tips are useful for you. If you need to have some help or you want to have some private consultation advice with me, you can use the booking links below or above, wherever I've put them, and come and see me at the Living Elements Clinic. And that's it for me from a really gorgeous beach. Take care for now.